Hello, everybody. How are you? I am running just a minute late. See if I've got everything together. Again, the stand was, let me trade me over. The stand was just a little bit unstable. I've got too much weight at the top and not enough at the bottom, so my little tuna cans to the rescue. Tuna cans, aren't they wonderful? There it is. Now you can see it. I have a nice little stack waiting the back of my camera stand. So how are you, crafty friends? I hope you're all well. I have a fun card today. Do you remember? When was it? I think I've got my camera on different. My iPad's a little different on the camera's on the other side. Okay, my fault. So remember this card I got as Happy Mail? I was so excited by it because I thought it was a really cool interior. It's kind of a fun fold. It just looked good. And I said I was going to learn to make it, and I did. So that's what we're going to make today, is this pretty fun fold. So how's your weather? We have had lots of rain. Yesterday, pouring rain. And today it's lovely and it's sunny and it's comfortable. It's probably in the 60s. Hi, Cindy. Nice to see you. I am going to put us down to the desk right now. There we are. And now I'm going to move this. Boy, some days are harder than others, right? Hi, Kathy. No, I'm just having a funny hair day. It does need to be cut. Oh, you've hot, Cindy. Oh my. I am glad that I don't have hot. Now let's see if I can adjust this just a little bit. Oh, I see what the problem is. Let's see if I can get the angle better there. Now I'd like to be straight, but I'm not going to guarantee that I'm going to make it perfectly straight today. Yeah, not bad. So this is what we're working with, Country Woods. I thought it would be really pretty. We're going to use the it's a Country Woods Sweet Collection. I'm actually using Country Flowers and the Country Flowers DSP. And I'm doing a little bit of the Country Woods DSP. This one. When I looked at it like this, I didn't love this one, and now it's my favorite. Oh, Kathy, you've got rain? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we've had a nice amount of rain at the end of this month, which is good for us. So here is our card. The Sending Love, I use the Sending Love sentiment stamp, but there's the inside. Very simple to make, and I thought we would make it together today. So I have a card base of 5.5 by 8.5. I scored it at 4 1/4, and I wanted to show you something I do. Sometimes it's hard to get everything lined up straight. So I use the edges of my trimmer and score it. That way it's all lined up. I don't have to worry about it. The other thing I've done with my trimmer is, you know how you just can't see these numbers, but sometimes if you've got a fun fold, you really need to be able to cut like from 2 inches to 4 inches or 5 inches in the middle. And so I put a little bit of basic white cardstock behind it. And I use glue dots to keep it in place. That's what I did. But it's very handy. Of course, since I've done that, I haven't done anything at all that would require me to do that. Here is our front. This is Misty Meadow. No, it's Misty Moonlight. My goodness. And I was going to show you the embossing folder. I love this embossing folder, and I accidentally bought 2. Oh, hi Gladys, good to see you. I just barely got started because I was running a little bit late. I had another weight issue with my background stand for my camera, and I had to go get some tuna fish cans, which you will see because my plan is at the end of this video to take the phone off its hook and take you on a tour of what I've got done in the craft room. So anyway, here's ours. And I told you I was going to have two of these. One I bought it before I bought the suite. And then when I bought the suite, there was another one. And I am actually using both of them because I can always find at least one. When you move things around, it's hard to find them. That's all I've got to say about it. Again, the stamp sets, Country Flowers. I also use Spotlight on Nature because I love the dies. Spotlight on Nature dies. I almost think I'd like another set of these. And I'll keep them up in with my dies because I keep pulling this out for just about everything. Okay, so here's our 4 by 5 1/4. And this is just flat mounted on. So let's do that and I'll get it out of our way. We're going to put a little glue. Oh, so one thing about glue. You have to clean off the nib. But what really is nice to use the glue when you've got something embossed because then there's better adhesion. There we are. Now, the funny thing is that the inside has to be done. And so we needed a piece of designer series paper. And I wanted something pretty much neutral. You ordered the dies but haven't received them yet, Cindy. Yeah, I love those dies. I just use them all the time. And I'm going to tell you that I'm giving you the scoring directions on this. I scored it at, first of all, it's 5, DSP 1 is 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. I scored it at 2 1/16, 4 1/8, and 6 1/16. But really, that's not what I did. I took it and I used my little trimmer trick. I knew it needed to be in even fourths, so I folded it in half. And I folded it in half. I didn't cut out yet. And then I took and I folded one back, and I took the other one and I folded back. So that's what I did. I folded instead of measured. So we're going to hope that works as well as I'm hoping it will. And then I have a 5 1/8 by a 5 1/8 piece of the designer series paper. And again, I folded it in half. This will go here. And let's go ahead and put that down. And in case I need any wiggle room, we'll use glue. And I pretty much put that right into the fold. This is just a little background piece, so it shouldn't be a problem at all. A little glue on this one. Give it a little back rub. There it is. Right here. And this one was a little bit I got a strange notice, so I'm hoping everybody can still see me. Am I still there? Let me know. What I did was I folded this in half and I put it on the score line. And then I just did this section. And I'm going to pop it on. This is on the score line. And then I'll do the same here. Put a little, and close this up. Make sure that everything gets a little crease here because it felt a little, and that works. And then you just pull, when you fold it to mail, you fold that in, but it pops out nicely. And that's basically the card. Now comes the fun part, is we get to decorate it. That's the part I liked. Well, I haven't seen any notices that you can still see me. So I'm getting a little concerned. Oh, you see me. Thank you, Kat. It buffered for a few seconds. Okay. So it was able to recover that broadcast. How about Facebook friends? Are you still there? Yes. Momentary freeze, but okay now. Wonderful. So the coolest thing about this is you're using paper that you've cut out of the center for the front. And I think that is a great thing. And I felt there was enough bulk with this card that I really didn't need any bulk anywhere else. So and I'm doing this a little bit higher than the middle because I want to stamp a sentiment and put a little bit of ribbon on the bottom. So you'll notice that the country flowers, the die cut circle, I cut right out of the middle of this. So I didn't do it on camera, but it's the inside of this. So once I got this all folded, I opened it up, put it on my die machine, and put my circle from the Spotlight on Nature here. And glued it on the front. Good use of paper. No leftovers. Out of silver foil, I cut the little teapot because I thought it was really cute. And then, somewhere on this table, found it. Out of the Woods DSP, the country wood, I cut a little table for it to stand on. Now you can stamp it and color it in and then die cut it, but I just thought the DSP made a nice table. So I am going to put that on. And I did use a dimensional in one spot. I kind of thought our teapot needed a dimensional. I stamped and colored my flower. I did this one first, but I also have one to color with you. And you can pick out, because everything is so neutral, I think you can pick out just about anything. So I used my Memento black ink and I stamped my flower. This is the one that's going on the inside. So I'll set those aside for right now. I just got ahead of myself. And I pulled in Pool Party and Calypso Coral. Actually, I think on my first one I did, that does look like Calypso Coral though. It was just so light. Always have your color lifter handy. I've got Lemon Lolly, light and dark for flowers. And my soft seafoam dark has died. It was very sad. It's in the garbage. It was cracked, it dried out. So it's time to replace it. But what I did do is I did try to use, on this one, I used some light and dark. See, even the light is not doing very well. I just colored in my leaves. Not a lot of color. Anyway, you get the idea. And then I used I use? Don't think I used Lemon Lolly on this one, but I think I'm going with Yellow Roses this time, because I will finish this up and use it on something else later. I don't know, what color is your favorite rose? I like a white rose, which I could have done and just put Wink of Stella on it. So lemon yellow, and I didn't do any blending. Oh, hi Dahlia, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining. And the little flowers, I did use the bullet end on most of this because it's pretty small, and I'm going to make them the dark Calypso Coral this time. I find that I miss some of these when I am looking at it later. I just colored in a couple that I missed. And I'm not being super careful. There's one I would have missed. And that one. And it's just a quick color job. And this is what the ones look like that I did for the inside. So let's go ahead. I haven't stamped a sentiment yet. So we are really going to stamp something. This is going to fit right here. So I just need a little bit of glue right on the edge. Oh, Kathy, purple for you? I do like, purple is my color. But for some reason, when it comes to roses, I kind of like white. Let's see if I've got dimensionals. Ooh, I have the very end of my dimensionals. So let's go ahead and put one up here. And we'll put a couple right here. See? They're almost gone. I get so excited when I get to start a new page of dimensionals. Pull that off. And set it on the table, which looks a little crooked to me, so I guess I didn't get it quite straight. There. Then let's do these quickly on the inside. Oh, and you know what I forgot to do? So I just need a little, right up in here, a little glue. Because the one thing you need to make sure of is that it doesn't infringe on your score line, your fold. And this one will go up instead of down. There we are. So the only thing we have left is the sentiment. Oh, white roses in your bridal bouquet, Gladys? What did I have in my bridal bouquet? I know I had freesia because I love the smell of freesia. I can't even think right now what I had. I'll have to go look that up. Okay, sending love. We need a sentiment. And sending love is in the country flowers. And I think it's right here. And I am just going to do it in Memento. I think this is one of the size, might have been one of the size blocks that was discontinued or retired, but I like it. Let's see if I've got that right. I guess I can't tell it's inked out. Oh, there, I can tell it there. Okay. Now you'll have to forgive me. I've got to pull this out of the way so I can see it. Because my strip is a little bit narrow. There. And I wanted to make sure I got it on there. So I apologize for that. I am just going to take my snips. Kind of angle the corners, the edges there. And here is that lovely petal pink. There's a petal pink and white, and this has got that nice diagonal pattern. So I'm just going to grab a chunk and my ribbon scissors. What you drinking today? I have got, well, I would say I have ice water, but there is no ice in this water. I like to use a strip of the double-sided tear and tape under my ribbon. I think it stays better. And my take your pick tool is right here. Just burnish down. I burnish it usually with my fingernail. Use my take your pick to get that little tape, the covering off. Which sometimes is easier than other times. There it is. Then we'll just put this on. It might need to be trimmed. We'll see. That's good enough. And I do need some mini dimensionals. What I'd like to do is put one at the top and one at the bottom, so it also will adhere onto the cardstock, not just the ribbon. And one in the middle is fine. Okay. Here we go. Sending love. Time to make it pretty. Water and iced tea. Oh, iced tea sounds good. I would like iced tea. Here's the flower rule. I think all flowers deserve to sparkle. And so, on my cards, they do. A little sparkle for the flowers. And I don't know if this is a green plant or a flower. I couldn't quite figure out what it was. So it's pool party now. And the roses. Calypso coral would definitely be not my favorite color for flowers. And then we'll just give a little sparkle to all the little light ones. Because, I don't know, I just think flowers should sparkle. Otherwise, they look just a little flat on the card to me. Let's see, here we are. It's amazing how those little caps hide. So there's our card. And I will, of course, draw on, I'll put the measurements, including my funny scoring directions, in the description of both YouTube and Facebook. And then I will, when I can find the Facebook one. I had some trouble last time, but maybe I'll find it easier this time now that I know kind of where I'm looking. It takes a really long time to process before it shows up on my feet. And we'll just put on a couple of these cute pearls. And I use them as flower centers. So I might have spaced them differently, but they look good as flower centers. So what do you think? That work? I do like this card. I think it is a fun card. That's where I pulled my colors from, some of them. On my first one I did Petal Pink. And there's Pool Party. I do like that paper. Anyway, there we are. It really was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, but it did take me a little while to do the measuring and get that all worked out. And the bling is Basic Gray and Smoky Slate Pearls, and it is also in the suite. I think it's a great suite. I haven't played with the birdhouse yet, but I really want to. I have one Happy Mail card, which is across the room, so I'm going to save that for next time. Oh, Kathy, you use Wink of Stella too on flowers? I tell you, I think I am quite the Wink of Stella hoarder, because while Wink of Stella was out of stock for a really long time, I had lots of Wink of Stella. And when I moved my craft room, I found even more Wink of Stella. It was just downright fun. Okay, are you ready for a craft room tour? Let's see. Well, let's start out with my coworker, who has been napping for the last 2.5 hours. Isn't he cute? So I moved the couch to this wall. Then I'm not quite done with the corner over there. I don't know what's going to happen with the corner over there. The TV is on the wall. I am very excited about that one because I can see it when I'm crafting and I can see it when I'm just having a rest with Harley. Then as I turn over here, this is the wall that's going to get the IKEA shelving. But right now it's got all my stamps and my ink and projects and cards I've done because I didn't like them in the other room. It was way too hard. Oh, my coworker, he's a great coworker. Yes, I agree. And then, let's see, let me stand up. Stuff I need to organize. Does everybody have piles like that? Let me back up by the TV here. There's my dream box. And I left the pictures up on the wall. There's my little work table, which is great now that I've got electricity to it. The old TV stand is a great surface and it's got some storage in it. This, right there on the floor, would be my disaster waiting to happen. I need a longer cord. I want to run it behind the stand and then straight out at a right angle underneath my paper storage, which is my file cabinet. And I think pretty much that's it. Oh, there's my clock. I love my clock. And it's nice to be where I can see it. And other than that, I think, let's see if I can do this. I think that's it. I will do a drawing next week. Oh, the drawings for this week are done. They're ready to be mailed. I did a post on that. However, if Kathy Diane Jones Herzog happens to pop in, I need your address so I can mail yours. And that's it. Oh, yes, I am an awesome alumni. It was a fun retreat. I think I've been to every one for the Bertucci's and Lisa Curcio. And her daughter. Oh, well, there goes the name. Anyway, it was Gina Hawley. That's her daughter's name. Anyway, it's really fun. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed chatting today. And I think I'm going to say goodbye. I might go wake my coworker up and see if he wants to go down to the mailbox with me. He could use some exercise too. Anyway, all in all, I'm going to say happy crafting. I'll see you next time.